That's not right. This is intimidation. Anytime I'm exposing them, anywhere I'm to bring the police, to scare me. This is intimidation for the situation. They don't let people use the bathroom. And they say this is how they can kill you, claim you are just a problem everywhere, you're a problem in the bathroom. And they were bringing the police. There was people trying to stab me for walking on the street, little kids. They were throwing bottles at me, and the bottles broke my skin. I'm walking with like some kind of limp. I'm feeling pain in my feet. And the police went up in Brooklyn on Labor Day. They hired like a black American mob. Some black Americans don't like Nigerians because they say we sold their ancestors to slavery. On the side, we got them. It's the police, it's also black American. Because there are a lot of black Americans are where I'm a Nigerian and I'm almost on the street. I'm also gay. And my mother's daughters killed her brother and framed her up. There's a lot of them, so a lot of them joining and mocking me. But I'm still human. I'm sorry for whatever slave trade occurred, but you can't just. So I saw a guy peeing over here. The guy was over there peeing, and the whole place smells like pee and doo and shit. See, the guy was here peeing. The whole place smells like doo and shit. This MTS CEO said they shouldn't let black people use the bathroom, call the police on us. And a lot of people don't even bother use the bathroom. The whole place smells like pee and doo and shit. And a lot of them don't wear masks. The guy was sneezing near me. He wasn't wearing masks. As I was about to, I had to close my shit. They could get people infected with all kind of cholera. And it's only me that they enforce the laws against everybody's thinking whatever they can bring their penis out and the whole place smells like doo and shit. And anytime I try to voice out, they will ban me on Instagram. They are complaining too much. I must be having a terrible time in America. And they don't want that. On Instagram. And they try to play me like a fool. I just record stuff and document stuff and contact the police on Instagram, and I think somebody's telling Instagram to ban me. They must be having a tough time in America, and that's my problem as a Nigerian. So they try to treat me like I'm some incel, and they try to treat me mean, and I think they hope to kill me as an incel, which I don't even know the meaning of that, but I think it's somebody that's just so ugly and can't really survive. People just don't like them generally, and I'm far from that. Every country I go to, I always make friends usually. Even when I was put in immigration prison, a lot of the immigration, in 2000 when I came with my mother, they arrested me as a child in immigration prison. And a lot of the prisoners were calling my house after I got released. I was still sending letters to them. That's how friendly I am to people. But since I've been homeless, I've been noticing this police harass me. The lawyers want to help me. And I believe, they're inciting hate attacks against me. Even the black American guy that was helping me, the police were not beating them. They'll be gone. The NYPD took my home on Staten Island, in 2010. And my mother reported it to the WB11 News, called the NYPD terrorists. And then the NYPD commissioner was friends with Trump, Bernard Carrick, then said some people are losers that live in prison upon their child. Told the press that. Me and my mother didn't really realize he was referring to us as, and my mother started getting followed. I started getting followed by undercover agents, like civilian thugs. I would call 911. And I even filed a lawsuit in Brooklyn Federal Court 2013. The lawsuit receipt number is 13CV5052. I said, look, anytime I'm getting jumped, the police will arrest these people jumping, even if it's occurring in front of the police. And there was a police report I had at the Turn Lane Freeway by somebody was jumping in front of the police, and the police will arrest them. Even the police was witness to the crime, and let the person walk free, didn't take their name, but gave me a police report that it's witness and harassment. The police gave me a police report, and I gave it to the court. And the police testified that, in the report that they witnessed the harassment, but they let the person go, didn't take the person's name. And they've been sabotaging me like that. They don't let me sleep at night. For 13 years, 15 years now, My mother has a U.S. passport. She's now dead. Our own daughter's framed her as crazy and locked her in the mental ward while she was getting treated for heart disease. My mother's address was just trying to, incite panic so she could die early and they could get the lawsuit money because I was living in Pennsylvania. Me and my mother was living in New York City, Staten Island. When the police took me and my mother's home on Staten Island, so our daughters couldn't get no money, because they didn't live with us. They lived in Pennsylvania. So my mother was saying that adults were trying to kill her early so they could inherit the lawsuit money as inheritance. So this is what is going on. So I've been going through so much. And I said now there's something, they just discovered something, a new terminology that you can refer to certain people as incel and say, they're misfits, So they're trying to force me to become a misfit, trying to get me to justify to my parents, and this category of people you call incel, these are misfits that nobody likes, and I think this incel, sometimes they commit suicide or, or try to kill other people. So they're trying to paint me with a bad brush, with a bad paint. So they try to get me to justify to my parents. They say that's the best way you can terrorize somebody now, to make them look like a social misfit. When I actually, all my life, I've always gotten along with people that I'm again Nigerian. But every country I've been to, I always have a lot of friends and stuff. Even here when I was in immigration prison, I had a lot of friends, they called me after I got released. But there's a lot of racial and ethnic divide in America. Like some black Americans don't like Africans and stuff. So I've not been able to make any friends at all in America, and it's cool, Except for my friend Eric Garner, because, and the police went and took him dead immediately. As he was trying to help me with my lawsuit papers, So I have diarrhea also. So the MTSU said, they're not going to be much homeless out of the subway, and they harassed me, with my diarrhea and stuff. So let me stop.